Take the pillowcase off the pillow you sleep on every night and look closely. If the fabric underneath has turned yellow, don't assume the pillow is permanently ruined and don't cover it with a fresh case and forget about it. That yellow color is a record of what has been soaking into the pillow night after night. Sweat, natural body oils, saliva, damp hair, skin products, and moisture that never completely dried. Today, I'm going to pour ordinary 3% hydrogen peroxide onto this stained area, and we'll see what it can actually remove. But before anything touches this pillow, there is one check you cannot skip, because the same method that can brighten one pillow can destroy another. First, remove the pillowcase and the zippered protector, if there is one. Now find the care tag. This tiny label decides what happens next. Many polyester fiber, down, and feather pillows can be washed, but only if their manufacturer says they can. A solid memory foam or latex pillow is different. It should usually never be soaked, twisted, or placed in a washing machine. Liquid can become trapped deep inside the foam, and the agitation can tear or permanently deform it. Some shredded foam pillows have washable parts, while others do not. So never identify a pillow by how it feels. Read the label. This pillow is washable according to its tag, which means we can treat the stain and then rinse the material thoroughly. If your pillow is not washable, stop at this point. Remove and wash only the cover if the instructions allow it, and follow the maker's spot cleaning directions for the pillow itself. Do not copy the soaking method you are about to see on solid foam. That one decision matters more than any cleaner in the bottle. Now look at the stain before treating it. Yellowing does not automatically mean mold, and it does not prove the pillow is dangerous. Most yellow stains begin with perspiration and oil. The moisture evaporates, but some of the material left behind remains in the fibers. Repeated exposure, heat, oxygen, and time gradually darken it. That is why the middle of the pillow, or the area beneath the face, often looks worse than the edges. It also explains why washing the pillowcase alone cannot reach the discoloration underneath. Before treating the large patch, test a few drops of 3% household hydrogen peroxide on a hidden seam. Wait several minutes, blot it with a clean white cloth, and let that area dry. Hydrogen peroxide is an oxidizer. It can help break apart some colored compounds in organic stains, but it can also lighten dyed fabric or affect certain finishes. A white pillow may appear safe, but the thread, piping, printed label, or inner fabric may react differently. If the test area changes color or texture, do not continue, and use only ordinary household 3% peroxide in its original bottle. Stronger is not better. Higher concentrations can cause serious burns and do not belong in this experiment. Wear gloves if your skin is sensitive, protect your eyes, and work where spills can be rinsed away. Most importantly, do not mix hydrogen peroxide with bleach, vinegar, ammonia, or another household cleaner. We are testing one product, not creating a chemical cocktail. I've placed the pillow in a clean basin so you can see the reaction. Here is the yellowest section. I'm applying enough peroxide to wet the stained surface evenly, but I am not flooding the entire pillow. Watch the fibers as the liquid spreads. Small bubbles may appear, especially where the peroxide contacts residue or materials that speed its breakdown. Those bubbles are oxygen being released as peroxide decomposes. They look dramatic, but bubbling alone does not prove that every stain, germ, or odor has disappeared. The result is what the fabric looks and smells like after it has been properly washed and completely dried. Now I'm gently pressing the wet area with a clean white cloth. I'm not scrubbing it aggressively. Hard rubbing can drive residue deeper, roughen the fabric, or create a bright spot around a dark center. Blot from the outside of the stain toward the middle, changing to a clean section of cloth as it picks up discoloration. The white cloth also tells you whether the pillow's own dye is transferring. If you see the original fabric color coming away, stop and rinse according to the care label. After a short treatment, the yellow patch already looks less intense while it is wet, but wet fabric is deceptive. Almost every stain appears different when saturated, so this is not the reveal. The peroxide still has to be removed, the oils still have to be washed away, and the pillow has to dry all the way through. This is where many viral cleaning demonstrations end too early. They show foam, bubbles, or a wet white surface and call it finished. A real result must survive rinsing and drying. Because this care tag permits machine washing, I'm placing the pillow in the washer with a second similar pillow to help balance the load. That does not apply to every machine, so follow the appliance manual as well as the pillow label. Use the cycle, water temperature, and detergent amount recommended for the pillow. More detergent does not mean cleaner. Too much can be difficult to rinse from thick filling and may leave the pillow stiff or irritating. If the instructions permit an extra rinse, it can help remove loosened soil and remaining detergent. I am not adding chlorine bleach, vinegar, ammonia, or another booster to this load. The peroxide treatment has already been applied and the pillow now needs a normal, thorough wash. Mixing products can damage fabric, produce irritating fumes, or create a reaction you did not intend. If a care label recommends a particular cleaning product, use that product in a separate treatment exactly as directed rather than improvising combinations. When the wash ends, resist the temptation to judge the pillow immediately. Press it gently and check whether water or suds remain trapped inside. Do not twist the filling like a towel. Twisting can create lumps and damage seams. If the machine did not spin evenly, reposition the pillows and use only a cycle the manufacturer allows. The goal is to remove as much water as possible without distorting the fill. Drying is not a minor final step. It is half of the cleaning process. A pillow that feels dry on the outside can remain damp in the center for hours. That trapped moisture can cause a stale smell and may encourage mildew. If the care tag permits machine drying, choose the specified heat setting, often low heat or air, and add clean dryer balls if the manufacturer allows them. Pause the cycle periodically, turn the pillow, and break up clumps with your hands. If the tag says air dry only, place the pillow in a well-ventilated area, turn it regularly, and give it all the time it needs. Do not put a pillowcase back on while the center is still cool or damp. Press firmly in several places, especially the thickest middle section. Smell both sides and inspect the seams. If there is any uncertainty, continue drying. Depending on the fill, room conditions, and drying method, this can take much longer than expected. Patience here prevents you from sealing moisture inside the bed. Now the pillow is completely dry, so this is the real comparison. The treated section is visibly brighter. The heavy yellow cast is faded, and the border of the stain is much harder to see. It is not a digitally perfect, factory new white, and that matters. Fresh organic staining may respond well to peroxide, while old stains that have oxidized through repeated heat and washing can remain permanent. The purpose of this test is to improve a washable pillow safely, not to promise that every yellow pillow will become brand new in minutes. If your first treatment improves the stain but does not remove it, do not reach for industrial strength peroxide and do not repeat the process endlessly. Let the pillow dry, inspect the fabric and seams, then decide whether one more label-safe treatment is reasonable. A cosmetic stain is not worth weakening the shell or leaving chemical residue near your face. Sometimes the honest answer is that the discoloration has become part of the fabric. There is also a point when cleaning is the wrong solution. Replace the pillow if the filling is crumbling, permanently lumpy, or no longer supports your head and neck. A persistent musty odor after complete drying is another warning, and if you see mold growing inside the filling, not just an ordinary yellow surface stain, do not try to hide it with peroxide. Moisture may have reached material you cannot reliably clean or dry. The safest choice may be disposal and fixing the humidity or leak that caused it. The easiest way to deal with yellow pillows is to slow the staining before it reaches the fill. Use a washable pillow protector beneath the pillowcase. Wash the case regularly and wash the protector according to its label. Let hair dry before bed when possible. Avoid applying heavy products immediately before sleeping, and give the pillow air instead of trapping it under blankets every morning. Then clean the pillow itself on the schedule provided by its manufacturer. So, what actually happened when hydrogen peroxide touched this yellow pillow? It helped oxidize and lift part of the organic discoloration, making the washable fabric noticeably brighter. But the peroxide was only one part of the result. The care label check prevented damage. Blotting loosened the stain without grinding it in. Washing removed the residue. and complete drying made the pillow safe to return to the bed. If you try this, start with its tag, use only 3% peroxide, test a hidden spot, and never combine cleaners. Take a before picture. Wait for the pillow to dry completely, then decide honestly whether to clean it again or replace it.